First of all, I just want to thank God, who is the head of my life. And I will tell you, after I get done with my story, you will understand why God is the head of my life. Let me just start by giving you a preview. Some of the veterans in the room, Wyatt Thomas, John Ray Stowers, those who inspired me to be here where I am today, I give gratitude because not only were they pivotal in my roots, they're now pivotal in yours. And that means so much more because that means that these are individuals who love and care and inspire others who also reach their goals unselflessly every single day. So I'm from the city of Detroit, Michigan, okay? I was born with a single mom. My dad was incarcerated at the age of 9, okay? That same year, I learned that my mom had HIV, okay? Not only did I learn that my mom had HIV, I also learned that she was addicted to crack cocaine, okay? Not only did I know that she was addicted to crack cocaine, I also learned that previously my mom had been living with HIV before I was born, okay? In the 90s, HIV wasn't developed to the point where you had medicines to give patients, okay? I was also a premature baby, 7 months. I know what I look like. But at 7 months, they told her, your son will contract HIV, okay? I was born 3 pounds, 3 ounces, okay? 7 months. My immune system was terrible, was weak. I had to stay in the NICU, all right, which is a baby incubator that you have to stay in to get all your immunities in order. Make sure your baby's healthy before they go home. I was in incubator for 2 months, okay, so I can make sure that I get back to my full term. The doctors told her, he said, ma'am, this is something that's unheard of. We've never seen this. We want to do research on this. This is just impeccable. But we're glad to tell you that your son does not have HIV. So that was the number one, okay, reason why I know God has plans for my life. All right? Because I was less than 0.1%. Now 1%, 0.1% chance that I would have. So that's number one. Okay. Number two, when my mom fell ill, okay, I had to make sure that I kept my grades up, right? Education was not necessarily something that was hard for me. It was the life goals and the adult responsibilities that I had to endure at 9. While my friends were playing hide and seek, I was cutting drugs. Okay? While my friends was playing the Segas and the Xboxes, I had to make sure that the back door was always secured so didn't nobody run in our house and raid our house. So if you're catching me, my house was the spot. It was the spot where people came to do their transactions. Everybody on the porch. You ever seen those summer days where everybody on the porch, everybody got loud music? Y'all wonder like, why is this house always jumping every day? That was my house. When I had exams and homework in elementary and middle school, while the volume is blasting to 50, I'm at the dining room table trying to learn my multiplication tables by myself. Okay? When I came home, I got my first 4.0. Okay? And I showed my mom my 4.0. And you know what she said? She said, that's good. Grab these weed seeds off the ground floor. Matter of fact, just get the vacuum cleaner. We'll congratulate you later. You want to know what I got congratulated with? A Hershey bar. And a card that said congratulations. A 4.0. Dealing with with everything that I was dealing with adult responsibilities, having my childhood ripped from me because I didn't have the opportunity to live the life that I want to live, okay? At one point, my mom would tell me that multiple amounts of men that would come through the home was my uncle. Oh, this is your Uncle John, or this is your Uncle Larry, or this is your Uncle Kevin. These people were my uncle, okay? I'm sure you can fill in the blanks of who these folks may have been. These people were providers of the household because my father got incarcerated. So instantly, I was used as a vessel to be the man of the house, okay? At 9 years old. So today, I think about, God, why did you put me through all of that? Why couldn't I have my childhood to myself? Why couldn't I just grow innocently, right? In my neighborhood, going to a neighbor and asking them, hey, it's 5 of us in the house. I'm the only child. But somehow we got to feed 5 people. Going to the house, how embarrassing and humiliating it was to say, hey, can we borrow 2 chicken thighs so we can cut them in half so we can feed other people who don't even live there? And guess what? While everybody was eating chicken thighs, I was eating TV dinners. This is real life stuff. And I had to understand, why was I in these situations every single time? God, when is my time? When is it going to be my opportunity to literally live the life that I want to live? Here came upward bound. All right. At 14, so now from 9 to 14, I'm dealing with this, okay? I ended up going to a family reunion and meeting one of my cousins who lives here in Milwaukee. And I said, listen, I know we only met a few times, and I know you don't have any children, but I promise you I know how to clean, I know how to cook, I know how to work, I know how to do whatever you need to do, I'll do it. And she said, Tommy, what are you asking me? I said, I want to leave Detroit. She said, do you think your mom would allow it? I said, I don't think she would care. So I called my mom and I said, hey mom, my cousin said I got an opportunity to go to Milwaukee for the summer and I want to be there and I get to spend time with my cousins. I don't want to deal drugs anymore. This wasn't for me. She said, no, Tommy, I need you here to help me. What about me? I said, Mom, I'm not your man. I'm your son. And so these were conversations that I had. So as she sat there on the couch, she looked at me and said, Tommy, if you walk out that door, you will be sorry. I walked out that door. Okay. So I left to Milwaukee with my cousins. This was my first time ever being raised by a homosexual couple. Okay? Now just imagine going to high school, right, with 2 women who were raising me. And folks were like, oh, well, you must be gay too because your cousins are, and I'm like, man, shut up. Absolutely. No. There's no correlation. These are 2 people who want to see me grow, who want to see me empowered and be impacted by the life choices that I want to make. Okay? So these 2 women, although my cousins, did not know me from a lick in the ground, but all they knew is that I was in a space where I could not do it alone. They gave me an opportunity, a chance to believe in what I could do. And although I was 9 years old, 10 years old, 11, 12, 13, not knowing where my life was going to go, hearing I'm going to be a statistic, and I say I'm going to be a statistic, I'm going to be a positive one. Okay? I'm going to be a statistic that's going to defeat the odds then you may not know where I'm going to be. Okay? So I ended up attending Marshall High School on the north side, where they had a Boys and Girls Club program. Boys and Girls Club was a refuge, John Ray tell you, was a refuge for me. The first time, first of all, Milwaukee was the first place that I've ever been outside of Detroit, number one. Number two, it was a culture shock for me because I was able to go to a community where other people would greet each other. I would walk to the store and people say, hey, how you doing? I'm like, hey, I'm great, how are you? Right? Just kind, nice people, right? Who didn't want anything from you, but just wanted you to succeed. Michael Waite was my branch manager for Boys and Girls Clubs. He approached me 3 times and said, I really need you to participate in this Upward Bound program. I promise you it will change your life. And I told him, I'm not interested. I don't trust you. I don't trust whoever else is trying to give me an opportunity. You don't know what I've been through. So now I'm hurt. I'm angry. I'm mad at people just trying to give me an opportunity to be well. I'm being nasty and cussing and acting out and not wanting to go to workshop sessions and being the loudest in the room because I wanted attention because nobody loved me. Nobody knew what I was going through. Nobody knew how many times I had to wake up in the middle of the night to let people in the house. Nobody can understand my passion. But you know what an Upward Bound counselor told me? Tommy, you are deserving. You need to be here. Matter of fact, I want you to be here. I have never had anybody advocate for me who didn't know me from a blink in the ground that wanted me to succeed. So every one of you in here got something going on. Raise your hand if you got something going on. If there's something in your life right now that is inhibiting you from getting you where you need to be, everybody in here has a story. So I'm not sitting here telling you that my story is greater than yours, but what I am telling you is that you are your story. Okay? And there's a reason why your story needs to be told. Right? So I was introduced to Upward Bound. Through Upward Bound, I was introduced to the Youth of the Year program. The Youth of the Year program was an opportunity for me to share my story. One of the things I didn't tell you is that from the ages of 6 to 10, I had a speech impediment. I stuttered a lot and got teased for it a lot. I had to go to speech therapy. I always got pulled out of class early. People didn't understand why. But I mean, when I tell you, I would try to get words out. I would stump. I would hit myself just to get the words out so people would listen to me. And they told me, they said, Tommy, you can't keep doing this. You're hurting yourself. I said, I just could not get it out. So I went to that speech therapy. How embarrassing it was, how much my friends laughed at me. But I'm speaking today. I'm speaking today. And one of the things that my speech therapist taught me was, Tommy, before you say anything, I need you to think about what you're saying before you say it. So everything that I'm telling you in my head, I've already thought about before I released it out of my mouth. And that was a life lesson for me, to think before I act. Just because people are mad at you, just because people don't want you to succeed, just because people are hating on you, because you decided to come to Marquette. I cannot tell you how many times I was a part of the Upward Bound program that ended up allowing me to be a part of Marquette and going back to Detroit or going back to my other neighborhoods, and they would tell me, oh, you just think you know it all. Oh, you think you're better than me. I said, no, I'm not better than you. I'm not more than you. I'm just what I want to be. and I'm responsible for me. And that was what was important, okay? So I ended up doing the Youth of the Year program, which was amazing. I had opportunities to meet some phenomenal people. I met Barack Obama in the Oval Office. I met Denzel Washington at lunch. Man, I asked this man, Denzel Washington was standing next to me at lunch, and I asked him, this dude was so smooth, y'all. I said, Denzel, I said, I like a lot of your movies, John Q, Training Day, some of your family movies. I asked him, I said, what's your favorite movie? Denzel Washington looked at me and said, my next one. I said, okay. And I don't know what the next movie was after that, but I'm pretty sure it was good, right? But it's not about the now. It's what are you doing next? When you leave Marquette, what are you doing next? When you go to graduate school, what are you doing next? When you get that job, what are you doing next? So don't stay complacent, because like the Congresswoman said, somebody is wanting to take your seat. Somebody got that denial letter that says, unfortunately, we were unable to provide you a seat with the upward bound SSS McNair Talent Search Program. You all are the chosen ones. And so if you do not take that seriously, I guarantee you that God himself will snatch that from you, because you are not welcoming and understanding why this is important. It will be snatched from you so quick to where your eyes won't even see. So you have to be grateful for the positions that you're in, whether it's hard, whether it's uneasy. You got to make sure that you stay consistent. Okay, so moving forward, so the Youth of the Year program providing all those activities. I then joined Marquette, right? Full tuition scholarship. But let me tell you something that you don't know. My first year, I got a 1.9. I was on my way out of here, okay? Because when I got my scholarship, I didn't have a program like Urban Scholars, right? Or other committed counselors like Lyle to say, listen, I know that the university wants you to go all over the country, but you have classes. There were moments where I got pulled out of class to speak, and I was failing. Can y'all understand that? So although you are in an institution, you have to pull your own weight. Nobody's going to give you anything. And you have to be deserving of that. I had to do a whole appeal process to get myself back into the university to say, no, I'm deserving. So my second year, I became an RA. Okay? I got involved in the Less Asthma program. I got involved in BSC. I got involved in McNair. I got involved in SSS. I got involved in all of these programs that were offered. I just did stuff that I felt was going to benefit me. And nobody had to tell me. I went to seek for it. I sought for the opportunities because I said, wow, even at a university that provides me a full tuition scholarship, I still have a thing for myself. So those survival skills that I had to learn in Detroit became apparent and real in a situation where I had to advocate for me. Okay? So TRIO saved me. TRIO gave me the platform to stand on. TRIO gave me the tools to not sit at their table, but to make my own. And invite others to my table so we can congregate and we can talk about strategies and we can have opportunities to do better. I don't want to sit at your table. It's ugly anyway. You hear me? It's ugly. It looks nice. It may got a nice glass top, but it's going to break. We got breaks over here. You understand? We got platforms over here. We got roots over here. And if it wasn't for TRIO giving me the opportunity to say, Tommy, you don't have to separate drugs. We want you to separate scholarships. Okay? That's what we want you to do. So So I leave you with this. Today, I represent all of you in this room at the national office. Today, I represent 6 million and counting alumni across the country to help inspire them to share their stories. Today, we work with Congress and the Department of Education to give more than $1.1 billion of allocated funding for all of you to receive stipends, for all of you to do the work, for all of you to go on field trips, for all of you to have phenomenal staff that want to be here every single day. It is not about Trio. It is about the people in those seats. Right. You all have a powerhouse. And why do I know? Because those same people that gave me the platform to speak to you are the same people that are pouring to you right now. So if you don't believe in yourself, I'm sorry, you're going to fail. If you do not believe in yourself, you are going to fail. I don't care how many counselors in here, how many people come here and tell you you're going to do it, you're going to make it, just keep going. If you tell yourself you're not going to do it, then you won't. Because we're not at your dinner tables. We're not in your beds. We're not in your homes. We're not in your kitchens. We're not, wherever you leave out of here, we're not in your dorms. We can't go there. You have to come to us and tell us that you want to try. And tell us that you're deserving. And tell us that there are things that you want to do. Nobody's going to do that for you. You have to do that for yourselves. And trust and believe I know that. Because I had to climb my way out of struggle. Thank you.